What's up guys, welcome back or to the channel. Today I've got a good one for you. A few people have been requesting it and I myself am pretty interested to see what's inside of this transfer case. And if you guys haven't been watching, I demolished my transfer case about a week or two ago on the trail, and it looks a little something like this. So this is basically how it would be sitting in the Jeep if it was bolted up. You would have your front drive shaft there, rear drive shaft here, attached to this end. But you can see we had a little bit of a mishap and it got a little bit shredded. Took a piece of the housing with it, and basically this is what we're left with. If you guys haven't been following the channel, I've already put a new one in the Jeep and it is running, everything is good to go. So I figured I still have this thing, and instead of it being a paperweight or going straight to the junkyard, because I'm definitely not rebuilding this one, let's see what's inside it and let's see exactly how messed up it is, because you can see it's already loose and things are not as they should be. I know that it wasn't shifting out of 4 low when it was still in the Jeep, so something in here isn't right. Now, I figured let's take it apart, let's figure out exactly what's wrong with it, and yeah, let's just basically learn a little bit more on what failed. So, first thing I think I'm going to do is take off the rest of this housing, take off this plate, see if we can get that shaft out. If we can't get it out that way, then I'll start unbolting this end. We'll see if we can get it out that way, and then if not, or eventually, I am going to split the entire case, and we'll see what's inside there. So let's start. Let's see exactly what I messed up, and yeah, let's go from there. This I think I can actually reuse because I still have this sensor and I have a spare, so just in case, now we have a spare housing as well. And this housing is actually on there pretty good. It's siliconed on. I think I might have to get a hammer to get it off. This would probably come in handy too, just so that we're not looking for bolts everywhere later. But there we go. So you can see it took a pretty hefty chunk out of there. And there is cracking on the case here, and if you guys didn't watch the last video, there is actually cracking on the case itself right here, and it sounds like a bunch of stuff just fell out, but there is cracking on the case right there. So the case was definitely damaged. That's why I'm not rebuilding this one. This case is garbage. There's nothing really salvageable except for maybe if there's some parts inside that are still good, but the actual case itself and pretty much the most of this is garbage. I might save what I can, like the sensor and the sensor housing, but other than that, I don't see too much else being useful. So there's that piece. You can see there's a little gear inside there, which I think we can get out, like so. Yeah, so there we go. There's a little gear inside there, and those teeth look pretty worn. They are definitely not in the best shape. So let's set that aside because that's a cool one. I want to keep a couple cool pieces for myself as a memento, but You can even see this piece was cracked right through there. So this piece was also cracked over here and right in there. You can actually hear it moving. I wonder if we can pry that out. No, it's still connected, I think, with that one screw there. There we go. You can see how that actually destroyed itself. There's cracking all through here as well, right in there. So that piece is definitely damaged. I'll give you guys a better look at that in a second. I'll put that to the side. This one definitely got crunched. I think if we can get this chain off, we can get it out. Let me see. The chain isn't coming off, and it's not coming off that way. So let me try taking these 4 off and see if it'll come out this way. If not, we'll split the whole case. Doesn't seem we're gonna get anything out this way. You can kind of just see the bearing there. I can't really spin it because it's still in 4 low, so it's a little bit tough to spin. That's why I couldn't spin the actual chain off on the other end. But it appears that it's time to split the case, because on this end you can see the chain, but I can't get it off far enough to actually release the gear. You can see that it is, well, it was, yeah, it is loose, but I can't get the chain off far enough to actually split the gear and get it out. So let's split the entire case. Oh, not bad. Guess they're on the first try. Oh, she's already coming apart. You can already see it splitting. And of course, they gave me one funny one for the last guy. I think it is a 12 point. It's okay, I got you. And it's so rusted out, you can't even get one on there, eh? but to be honest, it might still come apart because of the way it's cracked. Let's see here. There we go. Oh yeah, it was cracked right through. That bolt's not going to stop us. Is that it? Almost. Well, she's split right here all the way through, but for whatever reason it doesn't want to give up yet. I'm wondering if there's something, well, I know there's something holding it. I'm just wondering if there's something I need to unbolt. I think I got it. It just takes a little bit of finessing. I think it's just these pins that it's sitting on. Oh. Yes. There we go. So there we have that piece of case that broke off. And another piece apparently over here. That could have been me with the hammer. Not gonna lie. So this is your transfer case, how it sits in your Jeep. Front drive shaft is over here, rear drive shaft would be over here. Now, it is still in 4 low, and I've tried switching it out many times with no luck. So now, let's see. That's your little filter. I'm guessing that's connected to a pump somewhere. Oh, there's a magnet right there, which is all kinds of full. So that definitely does not look good. You do not want that many shavings inside of anything, especially your transfer case. So I think I gotta take the yoke off first, actually, to get that chain out. And yes, I know, that wasn't an impact socket, I know. But I didn't have one that size. and I want to get her done for you guys. Whoops. Hey. So, got ourselves an extra yoke, and there is the shaft. From the looks of it, it was also damaged in here. There's a big piece missing off this gear right there. The rest of the gear actually looks pretty good. The actual splines here, the gear here, and the back one doesn't look terrible. Some of the teeth are a little bit rounded, but I couldn't tell you what it looked like to begin with. Doesn't look honestly that bad. So, this side, same thing. They're a little bit rounded, but doesn't look terrible. The chain was starting to rust actually. It does have rust already right there on that entire section. Now, I don't know if this is from it being exposed to water. Actually, it's rusting a lot all on the inside as well. So I don't know if this is being exposed to water when we were exiting, but I would assume so because nothing else in here shows signs of rust. So I think this is new, and it is only surface rust. It doesn't look too bad. So honestly, I think that that is mostly because of when we had to get pulled out and the case was already split. None of these parts are looking too bad at all as they're coming out, but you guys did see the case was already cracked, so this case was not going to be reused. And I still, there we go, now I can move the shifter somewhat. Let's see. Maybe that is what's holding it in. Yep. And there is that gear set. So this I actually might keep for myself as a little memento. It kind of looks like one of those sharpeners you would see as a kid in school. It's actually really cool. It's got a bearing on this end, which I think I might remove as well. Well, now that we've got it all apart, let's actually take a look and see what we've got here. Now I know this wasn't one of those professional tear down videos or rebuilding things videos, but that's not what this was. This was basically me trying to figure out what else went wrong inside of that transfer case. And basically, yeah, that's it. So I'll be honest, I am very surprised at how clean everything came out of here. I thought we were gonna find a lot more broken pieces and some stripped gears, especially with the amount of shavings that there is on this. I thought we were gonna definitely find something missing, some teeth or something like that, but that wasn't the case. So this shaft was our failure. Took out a piece of the housing with it, and it seems that everything else inside the case, oh, that's a pretty cool gear. I didn't even notice that at first. everything else inside the case seems like it is as it should be. Now basically I've got a few pieces here that could probably be reused, such as the yoke, the housing for the the housing for the sensor there. And honestly, if somebody needed, maybe they could reuse some of these pieces to rebuild their transfer case, but that's not what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be getting rid of these. Now, let me know what you guys think, if you thought it was going to be worse than it is, because I definitely did. I'm surprised at how clean, or like how clean everything came out of here, because there was a few damaged pieces, but they were all on that end where basically everything was all screwed up on this end. So I'm not too worried. I think that we should be good for the next one. This looks like it was the weak point. We were bouncing quite a bit, and the tires had nowhere to spin. Since they had nowhere to spin, the pressure or the power had to go somewhere, and I guess this was the weakest point at the time. Unfortunately, it was a pretty shitty breakdown, but it happened. We got over it, we got through it, and here we are. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys thought it was going to be worse than this. Let me know if you guys what your thoughts were. But definitely I hope this doesn't happen again. I hope we never have to deal with this again, and I hope I never have to take apart another transfer case because I don't want to break another transfer case. So yeah, let me start cleaning this up and let's see what I'm going to keep. Well, that's it. We pretty much have everything put away. All right, everything is put away, and now this is what I decided to keep. One is just a gear, because I don't want too much crap on my shelf, and this is nice and easy to keep, and it will remind me of what happened. So pretty much serves its purpose. And this one I'm keeping because it is actually really cool. Now, if you look at this gear, it's actually cut really weird, and it's got a really cool pattern to it. I don't know if the camera will focus on that well enough, but it's kind of got like offset teeth on each side, so it's got a really cool look to it. So that's why I figured I want to keep this one. And I also believe that the selector fork sits right into that groove right there, and that's what moves back and forth to select the different gears, which is why I think it's cut in such a different way. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody knows anything about how these transfer cases work, but that's what I believe this piece is, that the selector fork sits on here, and this slides up and down to select the different drive modes. Now, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to keep as a memento. So these two pieces will come home with me. And that's pretty much it for today's video. It's not a long one, not too much to do, because the Jeep is fixed. I'm waiting to go off-road. I'm trying to get a group together. Hopefully I can get a group together for this weekend. If not, then we will be doing some other mods and some stuff like that, but there will be something happening. I can promise you that. So thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for sticking around. If you did enjoy this video, jump down there, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because there's tons more videos coming your way, guys, and hopefully you'll be here to join me. And until then, guys, ride safe out there. Peace.